secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface, still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down, see me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today we have a shot erasing lob threat bully build. It is an all-around demigod build. But before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, because liking of the video puts your video to the recommended. And of course, subscribing puts you know the game for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into this video, okay? So what we're gonna be doing this build is going 6'6", 235 pounds with a maxed out wingspan, okay? So when you look at this build, you're gonna see why I'm saying this is a demigod build. To be a demigod build, you have to be able to do everything, and this build can do that. So you have a 75 close shot, you have an 80 driving layup, which again, you know, max +2 this to get this to Hall of Fame. This is by far the best badge to have in the game. I say it all the time, you get knocked out of dunk animation, so you wanna make sure if you're doing a layup, you have physical finisher on Hall of Fame, because it allows you to half bar. You don't even have to green layups to make them if you have physical finisher on Hall of Fame or Legend. On the driving dunk, you go 76, but 5 cap breakers here will get you all the way up to a 93. So you'll have a 93 driving dunk. And then you'll have an 81 standing dunk to give you silver rise up. So you have the ability to lay up, dunk, and do standing dunks with this build at an extremely high rate. Then when it comes to shooting, we still have top tier shooting here. 80 on the mid-range, 82 on the 3-ball. Just 1 cap breaker here will get you to an 83, which will give you silver limitless range. And then you have an 88 free throw for all my rec players. I play a lot of rec, so this is definitely one that I try to get as high as possible, because we already know transition fouls or clear path fouls, you want to try to be one of those guys that is available to shoot those free throws to get those extra 4 or 5 points, because it happens like 4 times a game. So you want to try to get that. All right. Then you have on your playmaking a 77 pass accuracy, which will give you, to me, the best passing style in the game, De'Aaron Fox. You have an 84 on the ball handle, and all you'll need is just 2 cap breakers here to get this to an 86. The 86 ball handle will give you ankle assassin on silver. So that's why I try to go there. And then you'll have an 80 on your speed with ball. This is important because they'll allow you to get the blur takeover. So all my nephews and nieces that like the blur take, you got that with this 80, okay? But then on the defensive side is extremely strong also. So you have an 80 interior defense, then you have an 82 perimeter defense, and all you need is just 1 cap breaker. That's it, just 1 cap breaker, and that will get you to an 85. And that 85 will give you silver pick dodger and silver on ball menace, and that's important because it will also give you a move on enforcer on gold, okay? You get a gold and move on enforcer with this too, and that's gonna be big. Now, on your steal, you can use 5 cap breakers here to get this all the way up to a 91, or you can just use 3 cap breakers here to get to an 85. That 85 will give you silver glove, and it will give you gold interceptor. If you want to use all 5 cap breakers, it will get you obviously gold glove with gold interceptor, and then again, you can max +1 or 2 if you want to, but we'll talk about that in a second. Then on your block, right, you have a 78 block, but all it would take is just 1 cap breaker here to get to an 80. Now you might be asking, why would you want to get an 80 block? Well, because you can get Rim Guardian takeover with this build. Actually, you can get almost every takeover with this build, and we're going to talk about that when we get there, but it's insane to think about. So then now we come over here to the rebounding. The rebounding, all you need to do is just 1 cap breaker here and 1 cap breaker here, and that will give you over an 80 on both categories, which again will give you crash or take. All right, so keep that in mind. We'll talk about that in a second. So that's important here to be able to get these 80s. That will also give you a silver rebound chaser with this build. But then it just keeps getting better. You have 85 speed, 85 agility with 85 strength. And remember, the 85 strength is critical because it'll give you gold interceptor once you get your perimeter defense up. So you want to have that. But you will also have silver brick wall, and then you'll have Hall of Fame strong handles, max +1 that, and that will get you to legend. And then you have the 80 vert, which is important because once you max out that driving dunk with those 5 cap breakers, you will have gold posterizer. And again, to me, that is just something you want to try to do. You want to try to get as much badges and as much attributes as you can in driving dunk to help out that busted, terrible, disgusting, one of the worst acquisitions into a video game in history with that dynamic dunk meter. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the takeovers. So the only takeover you theoretically don't get is going to be Deep Bomber. All right. And Paint Surgeon, because Paint Surgeon will allow the post control, which you could get that up also if you wanted to with 5 cap breakers, by the way. So if you want to get that post control, you can. Like I said, this build has so much, just the cap breakers make this build crazy cracked. Okay. As you can see here, you have the 80 strength already. You get the 80 defensive and 80 offensive. You will get the crash or take. And then again, that's important. I think you should do that. Also right here, which I didn't talk about as much, but again, 2 cap breakers to get that 80. So if you want to get Dismaster, you can. So as you can see, everything is right in range to be able to get, okay? Blur take, again, like I said, once you get that cap breakers on your ball handle, you get that blur take. Again, we talked about Deep Bomber. You get Sharpshooter, Rim Guardian, as you can see, right there in the bottom right, 80 block will get you the Rim Guardian, which again, I just think is pretty crazy. Same thing here. Once you do your cap breakers, get the 85 perimeter, 85 still, you'll be able to do that. We already talked about blur. So as you can see, post machine, of course, you'll be able to get that once you get your cap breakers. So like I said, the only thing you don't get is Paint Surgeon and Deep Bomber. All the other takeovers you are able to get, which I think is absolutely insane, okay? So then here you have it, my nephews and nieces. We have an insane name. We have, again, the shot erasing lob threat bully. I think this is absolutely crazy. David Thomas, Vince Carter, and of course, Clyde Drexler. All right, so let's go ahead and advance and take a look at these cap breakers, and then I'll get you out of here, okay? So we spoke on this already when I went through this, but sometimes it's better because a lot of people like to see it visually. But you'll be able to see, like, again, there's just every single attribute has been thought out. So 5 cap breakers here will give you that driving dunk on a 93, like I said. 1 cap breaker here will get you that 3-point shot to an 83, which will give you bronze limitless. Then 2 cap breakers here will give you the 86 ball handle. And then you come over here, you'll do 1 cap breaker each. And you can see here, 1 cap breaker here will get you an 82. This right here will give you 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. This will give you 82 also, so you have right here. And then of course you'll have 1 cap breaker here will jump you all the way up to an 85. And then 3 cap breakers here will get you an 86, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 10, 82, 83, 84, 85. So yeah, 86. So the 3 cap breakers here will give you an 86. If you want to go further around, it'll give you a 91. But for me, what I would do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, get that 86 with the 85. So that's 4 cap breakers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that 14 cap breakers for me. Now you see I got two left and I'll talk about it in a second. But that 14 cap breakers for me, what that's going to give me, I'm sorry, no, it'll be 15 because I got to go here to the 80 blocks. So that's 15. So I have 15 cap breakers. All right. So then that'll give me the 93 driving dunk. That'll give me the 83 3 ball, 86 ball handle. I'll have the 82 defensive and offensive rebound, the 80 block, 86 steal with the 85 perimeter defense. Now, I have 1 cap breaker left because I have 16 once I hit this level 40 this season. But some of y'all got way much more than that. What you can do is end up going 91 on your steal, or you can go all the way up and go 92 up here on your perimeter defense, which will give you the gold challenger. That's something to keep in mind. Or you can come down here and get your pass accuracy up to an 87 if you want to do that. Or you can come down here and get your post control all the way up to an 82. Or you can just, I don't know what else you can do. You can go here to get an 85 driving layup, which will give you layup mix master on gold. So you have tons of options. I just feel like all in all, for a build that can be able to get almost every single takeover is just insane. But it's a shot erasing lob threat bully. Y'all let me know in the comment section, is this build a W, is an L? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the Banger Man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.